Yes, what's the discovery issue?
So, there's a video, the first statement made by the complaining witness when she comes to the police office is recorded, and that was tendered in discovery. I was under the impression that it was one of the officers who made a report. All the officers I have in the police reports, I'm thinking it's one of them. We've subpoenaed them. We can talk to them about it.
Victim's first statement on body cam cuts off mid-sentence. No audio. Mystery officer. Defense demands, who filmed this? Expected officer says, not me. Courtroom bomb. Officer Kennedy, linked to video, just pled guilty to aggravated assault by public servant. Prosecuted by the same DA's office. Upstairs, same courthouse. Nobody told defense until right now. Multiple changing statements. No supplemental reports. Jury waiting outside. Is this hidden evidence? Cop cover-up? Case about to collapse mid-trial?
This morning, I asked for the officers that I thought it was, Ms. Caballero.
Officer Caballero.
Asked her, because she wrote the statement that she's the one that met. So I said, here, will you have her review this 1 minute, 30-second body cam, just so we can...
So what's the issue?
Issue is, she says, well, that's not me. I think it's these two other guys who were mentioned nowhere in the reports. And in the video, she starts making a statement about what happened to those officers, and then it cuts off. So I don't know who those officers are. I don't know what that statement was. There's no way I can properly impeach her.
Well, the statement is not going to come in until we have a hearing on it.
Well, my issue is that they've got officers they want to bring who heard a second version, a third version, a fourth version. They're saying that's not us that heard that first version that you saw on video that got cut off.
And they can't talk about that.
But how can they even talk about what she told them? Because I'm not able to impeach any of these witnesses if I don't have all of their statements that the state has. And I don't have the same knowledge that the police department has. Since they took these statements, that first statement might have tons of impeachment in it that I can use against Zanani, that I can use against...
So why is everybody waiting till the last minute to talk about a first statement?
To the state's knowledge, there are no statements that have not been disclosed to defense. Everything has been documented in the report and has been provided to defense.
So here's my question. Has the first statement been provided?
Yes.
So is the only issue that there needs to be an officer?
Hold on. What it is, Your Honor, is that the statement was stopped in the middle of the body cam video, the statement's done. So we were thinking, because the impression that we got, it was from this one officer who was going to be testifying. So when we go to question her and we were asking her questions, it's basically saying, oh, that's not my body camera. That wasn't me. I don't know what happened at that point.
She didn't know what that statement.
So she doesn't know anything about that statement. So, and the statements have been changing throughout. So we want to see how far the statements have changed from statement number 1 to statement number 2 to statement number 3. If we're just finding out today that statement number 1 wasn't even taken by the officers who we believed it to be, we can't properly impeach. If they can identify who that officer is, then we can bring them up and testify, well, what is it that she told you in statement number 1? But we can't even do that because they've not been identified to us. There's no supplemental reports by this person. And as you well know in investigative processes, any officer that has any contact with a complaining witness and that complaining witness is making statements should, under proper investigatory standards, make a supplemental report so that we can know what's going on. We can't even say that today. So as far as the court's question as to why are we just finding this out right now, we just found out right now. This is not any bad conduct, and I'm not trying to impute any bad conduct on the DA at this point, but my point being is that this is something that should have been brought to our knowledge, and just hiding the ball and saying, well, we didn't think about it, we didn't know about it, that's insufficient. That's denying the client due process.
Here's my question. 1, how many statements were made?
At least 3.
One statement that they made was straight to the officer. What they're referring to, this body cam that they have, there is no audio on this body cam. It cuts off. It's like a minute or something long. It's very short. If you would like to watch it, see there is no audio on it. Additionally, the statements were, as I was saying, to Officer Caballero, who is here present to testify. If there's follow-up done by the assigned detective, that was good.
So this is my question. And I want everybody to answer the questions that are being asked. First, is this a statement involving the complainant?
Yes.
All right. So how many statements is the complainant having is attributed to the complainant?
Okay, are we referring to different times when the statement was made?
Just a total. Did this all happen in one sequence?
Of course, it not.
All right. So here's the thing. I need one person at a time. And this is what I want to remind everybody. I cannot make a proper ruling if everybody wants to converse over each other. This is the information I need, and this is the information I want. And then you can all do your arguments afterwards. So the first statement, and I'll just call it first statement, and that was by the complainant. Who is the officer who took the first statement? All right, I'm gonna have y'all step back. Y'all discuss whatever y'all want to discuss, then you come back. But the jury is coming in like 5 minutes. And if y'all have not finished discussing it, then that means that you all don't want me to make a ruling on anything.
I want you to make it. We'll get it. Okay, we're ready.
So,
Answer your question.
all right, so this is my question. Listen to my question, please. Only answer my question.
Yes, Your Honor.
So the initial statement of the complainant, what medium was this done in?
On emergency 911 call.
Okay, non-emergency 911 call.
Emergency, yes.
All right. That's the first statement.
Percent she tries to make a statement about this incident.
All right. And then the second statement?
When she goes to the police station and meets with Officer Caballero.
No, he was. That's not correct. The second statement was made at the station to some mysterious police officer who had the body camera. And the body camera, as she starts to talk, it goes off. Now, the questions that we have is, what did she tell that officer, and why? And if we had that officer, to ask the officer, why did you feel the need to turn off your body camera?
Is there a statement?
So what is in their discovery, the video that they have is assigned to an Officer Kennedy. Reading on his supplement, if they disagree, to me, it appears he is their Live Hope Police Department's version of like a UED. It's the person that essentially took the photographs, attached them to the report. That's what his supplement looks like it reads. I mean, yes, it looks like when he was taking photographs, statements were given to him, but essentially his purpose of coming to the station was for that. And there may have been statements given to him while he's taking photographs. Is the only body cam exists that is this one that they have, where as soon as potentially audio comes about, it cuts.
And
Okay.
the point that we're making with that particular statement, Your Honor, is that through their own witness and evidence we got so far from discovery, is that there was another officer there, and the Officer Kennedy saying that wasn't my body camera. That mysterious person.
We thought it was going to be Officer Kennedy. He's the only other person. Officer Caballero, when I asked her, well, why don't you take a look at this video before Kennedy gets here? She
Let me
thinks that's not Kennedy.
stop. Let me ask you this. Are these officers here?
Yes.
Officer Caballero and Detective Jimenez are here.
All right, bring
Kennedy's.
them down. And they will come down and you all talk to them. All right. Thank you.
Officer Kennedy, though, is not here, and that's the person that we wanted to talk to and find out who the other officer was.
Any objection to the court speaking to the jurors? I won't blame anyone, of course. I will just let them know that there have been technical difficulties.
Officer Caballero and Detective Jimenez. Sorry.
All right. So both the defense and the state are going to speak with you briefly in the back. There is an issue concerning a body cam video and audio. And so there's been some discrepancy over who that might have been. So maybe you all will be able to clear that up for the defense in the state if there's any type of discrepancy. So that's the only thing they're going to ask you about, because now is not the time for people to do direct examination and cross-examination. It's just for them to discover an issue with a body cam. So supposedly, from what they're telling me, there was a body cam with the complainant in this case.
Yes.
The audio was cut off, and there's some confusion about whose body cam that belonged to. So you all may be able to clear that up for us. So if you all will talk to them in the, we have a waiting room there. If you'll talk to them, and maybe we can discover who that is, and then we'll proceed with trial. All right. Thank you guys so much. All right. We're going to go on the record on 2024 CR 3498, State versus Duran Evans. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Opinion, Diego Sanchez for the state.
Sid Greehey for Mr. Evans.
Yes. So where are we?
So we discussed this with the two witnesses, the two officers in the back. The female officer gave two names. She thought that it might be a Corporal Reese or an Officer Brian Smith. The gentleman officer said that he thinks it sounds like Officer Kennedy. We just found out right now that Officer Kennedy was charged with aggravated assault by a public servant in this courthouse, being prosecuted by this district attorney's office, which we were not made aware of until just right now. He apparently pled out of the 226 on the 1st, which was Monday. He's sentenced for a PSI on the 28th of January. We're just finding this out.
As far as our ethical obligation, when it comes to this, there's no obligation until the conviction of the officer has been determined, and his conviction will come, it looks like, in January, and at which point that would have been the state's responsibility to this ethical disclosure.
But shouldn't they have been made aware in the spirit of the law and what they should be told? That your witness.
Yes, and as soon as we became aware of it, it was disclosed.
I find it hard to believe that this district attorney's office is not aware of a person that they're prosecuting in the courtroom directly underneath this one.
It wasn't disclosed to 30 seconds.
All right. So here's the thing. Number one.
We still don't know who the officer was on the body cam.
Just 1 second. So number one, I do not find it hard to believe that these specific attorneys didn't know someone else was being prosecuted. Now, are they supposed to have constructive knowledge? That's completely different. But as far as them having actual knowledge that he was charged with an offense and that it is in this courthouse, necessarily they wouldn't have an actual knowledge of that. And how many prosecutors, when you're running criminal history, you actually run the criminal history of officers? That's usually never done. So I understand that constructively they should have known, or constructively they do know, but they didn't have actual knowledge. Did you have actual knowledge?
Did not.
All right. So he doesn't have actual knowledge, but he has constructive knowledge.
Your Honor.
All right.
Your Honor, we still don't know who the actual officers are.
All right. So someone needs to get on the phone, and whoever those officers are saying they believe it's this person or that person, someone needs to actually call or have them call to find out who this person is. Does everyone understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. So make that happen. And then
We, as of right now, have no reason to believe that that body cam belongs to any other officer other than Officer Kennedy. Still trying to confirm it through his superiors over at the Live Oak Police Department. But no information has been provided to us that would lead us to believe that it is anyone else but Officer Kennedy. All
right. So here's my other thing. So is Officer Kennedy subpoenaed to testify in this case?
He was not subpoenaed by the state. He was not, the state was planning on calling.
Okay, initial.
I've issued a subpoena.
If needed for him.
All right, so the state is going to want him to be here. So y'all will need to contact Mr. Kennedy's attorney. So I'm going to excuse the jury. They're going to be back here tomorrow, and you all need to be here by 10, and you need to have all the information and be ready to proceed.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Body cam dies during victim's initial statement. Key Officer Kennedy, now a felon for assaulting someone on duty by these exact prosecutors. Defense, we were blindsided. State, didn't know. Judge explodes. Call every officer. Get Kennedy here. Jury goes home. When cops recording victims get charged by the same team, the whole system cracks wide open. Raw discovery fights like this? Like, comment, cover up, share, subscribe. More trial meltdowns. More bombshells. Right here.